As y'all come in, you're gonna want a pen or pencil, and a sheet of paper, all right? I'm finna give y'all some free game. I'm finna teach y'all everything you need to know about gold and silver, all right? Pamela, you might want to get you a pen and a piece of paper, because I'm about to give y'all some information that is normally not free, all right? But here at Conspiracy University, we got you. Gold and silver. I'm gonna teach you how to buy it, teach you how to sell it, and that way you never get screwed over ever again when it comes to you purchasing precious metals, all right? I give it about 2 minutes before I start to go into my spill, and we're gonna rock out. But I would recommend you getting a piece of paper and a pen so you can write this stuff down. And if you don't mind, tapping the like button, you hit the 3 dots on the top right of the screen, open that up and like the video if you don't mind. Gold and silver education, y'all. This is shit that you got to go to school for, all right? You got to go and get certified to learn this stuff. But we're going to hook you up right here. We're going to give it for free. So as y'all come in to class, all the good students sit in the front, all the bad apples, take your ass to the back, because we're here to learn today, all right? Now, sheet of paper and a pen, very important. You write this stuff down, or you can always rewind the video, go back and look at it. But I'm about to give y'all some gems, all right? Some really good information in regards to gold and silver, precious metals, all right? Now, we're gonna go ahead and start, I guess you can call it class. We're gonna start class now, all right, y'all? So, right now, gold's at an all-time high, all right? Gold is at record highs. And if you wanna learn how to buy gold or sell your gold and never get screwed over again, well, you're in the right place right now, all right? But you gotta have you a pen and paper so you can write this shit down. I could just be talking out of my ass, right? But we don't do that here. So, if y'all ready, I'm about to give y'all the formula, okay? Now, this is what you wanna write down. So the formula is spot price divided by troy ounce times the carat times the percentage you wanna pay, okay? Which will equal your price per gram. I'll say that again. I'm gonna show y'all right here from my notes, all right? I don't know if y'all can see that. Spot price. So y'all write that down, all right? Spot price divided by troy ounce times the carat times the percentage you want to pay equals the price per gram is what you should be getting if you ever go and sell your gold or your precious metals. If you ever go to the pawn shop, you'll know you're not going to get screwed over, okay? And I'm going to break down each thing, what it means. So your spot price right now, which gold is at an all-time high. Yeah, I see the bad apples right there, Pamela. It's all good. They don't want to learn this game. It's all good. Now, like I said, spot price. Right now, gold is at $2,754.70 to be exact, all right? So that's what you're going to plug into your formula for your spot price. What's up, Eva? I see you. Now, spot price, $2,754 divided by a troy ounce, okay? Now, we're not talking about dope. We're not talking about marijuana, drugs. The ounce is different when it comes to a troy ounce of precious metals, okay? So your troy ounce is 31.103 grams. That's how many grams are in an ounce of gold, a troy ounce to be exact. So again, your spot price, 2,754, okay? So you got 2,754. Pamela, I see you. I'm gonna reiterate. We're gonna go over it. I'll make sure you get it all down, all right? So spot price, 2,754, okay? Divide that by your troy ounce of precious metals. It always going to stay the same, whether you're selling gold or silver, platinum, it doesn't matter, right? That's going to stay the same, 31.103. So you got 2,754 divided by 31.103. That's going to give you a crazy number, okay? I got the calculator out here just to make sure, but that's going to give you a crazy number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type this in 2,754 divided by 31.103. That gives you 88.544513391, okay? You got that number now. Now you're going to times it by your carat. So let's say you're going to the pawn shop and you're going to pawn a chain, all right? The chain, let's say, is 14 carats. 14 carat chain. Each carat has its own percentage, right? You know, we learned this in school, right? You break down the carat to a percentage. So just for the content, just to get through it, I'm going to give y'all the percentages of the carats, right? But y'all can do this on your own. But 10 carat comes out to 41.7%. That's of the gold, all right? 14 karat, it comes out to 58.3%. 18 karat, that's 75%. And of course, 24 karat gold, that is 99%, okay? So now that we have your number, we divided, right? Your spot price divided by your troy ounce, which was 2,754 divided by 31.103, which gave you 88.54. Then you're going to times that. Now let's just say, for the video's sake, we're taking a 14 karat gold chain. You're going to go sell it to the pawn shop or something. So that 14 karat gold chain is going to be 58.3%. So you're going to times that number, 88.54 times 58.3, which would give you, oh, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. You got to put your decimal in the front. My bad, y'all. You know, you got to move your decimal to the front. I'm sorry. So 58.3, you move your decimal over 2 times, is 0.583. Okay, well, you could just put 0.58. So again, I'm going to start over. 2,754 divided by 31.103 equals 88.54 times 0.58, which is your percentage for your 14 karat gold, okay? That's going to give you 51.35. Now, 51.35, then you're going to times this by the percentage you either want to pay or the percentage you either want to get from the pawn shop, all right? Or from the jewelry store, wherever it may be. So most pawn shops, they're going to lowball you, all right? They're going to tell you, they're not going to give you percentages, all right? This is inside information, all right? I used to be a former manager at maybe the largest pawn shop in America right now, right? Well, in Texas, I know in Texas, I used to be the manager there. So this information, they just don't give it out to everybody because they don't want people coming in there and strong-arming them to get what they want, right? The pawn shop's goal is to pay you the less amount of money possible. So the pawn shop's only going to want to pay you 35%, 30% of what your gold is worth, all right? But they will pay you up to 80%, 85%, which is what you're going to want, right? You're never going to get 100%. You're never going to get 95%. You may get 90. Possibly you may get 90% of your worth for your jewelry, your precious metals. So then that's where you plug in on the last part of the formula. You're going to plug in 85%, okay? So again, you got your spot price divided by troy ounce times the carat times the percentage you either want to pay or you either want to get when it comes to you selling your gold or buying gold. So we're going to put 85%. So we had 51.35 times 0.85. All right, that's $43 a gram. So right now, if you have a 14 karat gold chain and you're going to go sell that to a pawn shop or a jewelry store, you know that you can get at least $43 a gram for that chain, all right? Let's say that chain weighs 20 grams. So we have here 43 grams times 20. That's $873, y'all, okay? So if you got a 14 karat gold chain and it weighs 20 grams, the minimum you should be walking out of any jewelry store or pawn shop is at least $870, okay? Don't let them tell you otherwise because I'm giving y'all the formula. I'm giving y'all the numbers right here that you're going to plug and play into the formula. And this is what they end up using, right? Not the low-level employees or whatever. Management, whenever it's all said and done and we accumulate all the gold throughout the week and everything that we've bought in, we're going to go take it to the refinery. The refinery is going to then melt it down and then pay you, okay? So the refinery is going to pay me 95%, right? If you're certified and you hold the certification for it, you go into this refinery, they will pay us 95%, which means anything under 95% is my profit, right? So I can go as high as 91%, 92%, and still make a little bit of money. Now, a pawn shop, of course, a pawn shop's going to want to make the most amount of money possible. So they're not going to want to give you 90%, right? But if you go in there and you know what you're talking about, they have no choice but to give you what you're asking for. So again, y'all, the formula is spot price divided by troy ounce times the carat times the percentage you either want to pay or you either want to get. That's going to equal the price per gram. And of course, you would multiply that by however many grams of jewelry, precious metals that you would have. And this formula is literally all you need when it comes to you wanting to buy and sell your precious metals, all right? Of course, you got to have to test your metals to know whether or not they're real or fake, right? But that's a different ball game right there. You got to have your acids and your scratching stones and your little tools for you to be able to test your precious metals to know if it's real or fake. But if it's real, all right, if it's real, this formula is not going to steer you wrong in any way. And I give you my word on that, y'all. All right. This formula will not steer you wrong in any which way. If anything, it's going to help you, because you go into a pawn shop. Let's say you go into a pawn shop with a 14 karat gold chain, all right? And your 14 karat gold chain weighs 20 grams. Now, we just figured out through the formula that at minimum, you would be getting $870, all right? At minimum. So you take this same chain to the pawn shop, I promise you, the first offer they're going to give you, maybe 300, right? If they're a generous pawn shop, 400, maybe 400. But $300 to $400 is what they're going to offer you. When we just found out that we should be getting at least $870 for that same exact chain. And you know this because of the formula, all right? All you got to do is all you have to do is weigh it, y'all. If you got a little scale at home, I know some of y'all D-boys out there that be slinging that stuff, be moving that work. I know y'all got scales, right? You can go buy you a scale at the damn pawn shop. You can buy you a scale at the corner store or at the smoke shop. You can get you a little scale, a little pocket scale. So if you got you let's say you got you a 10 karat gold chain, all right? We're going to plug in this formula in regards to 10 karat. So again, y'all, your spot price, which is what gold is right now, okay? Gold is at $2,754. You divide that by a troy ounce. We're not selling dope, all right? It's precious metals, y'all. So a troy ounce of gold is 31.103, okay? So you divide 2,754 divided by 31.103 gives you 88.54. 88.54 times your carat. 10 karat we have, we're going to convert that to a percentage, all right? So that's going to be 0.41%. So 88.54 times 0.41%. That's going to give you $36, 36.3. Then you're going to times this by 85. And I say 85 because this is what you should be getting for your precious metals, no matter where you go and sell it to, all right? Any place who's going to want your business, they're going to pay you up to 85% of what your precious metals are worth. So with you knowing this, you go in there and you do not ask for anything less than 85%. You tell them, hey, I want 85% of market value. That's what I want. You hit them with that lingo, they're going to know that you know what you're talking about. They're not going to bullshit you, all right? So we have 36.3 times, let's say your chain was 20 grams. I'm sorry, we're doing the percentage, I'm sorry. 36.3 times the percentage you want to pay, which is 85%. So that's times 0.85. That gives you 30.85. Now again, the chain's 20 grams times 20. You should be getting $617 for a 10 karat gold chain that weighs 20 grams, all right? $617. Now these are record highs right now, y'all. People who bought gold and silver 5 years ago are profiting right now off of this. If you bought gold and silver 2 years ago, you're profiting right now. It's all profit because of these record high numbers right now. And it's only going to get higher, y'all. Now, I've always recommended to buy silver over gold only because gold is so expensive, right? I'm not saying gold's not a good investment. Gold's a great investment. Due to so many addicts, they don't offer you that much more, like 100 or 200. Yeah, that I get it, Pamela. You know, I used to work in the pawn shop, and I would get incentives and bonuses if I could basically lowball the customer. So when I seen people come in that looked like a drug addict, or I looked like they were on the streets, or they were stealing shit, I would lowball them, right? And in return, I'd get a bonus for it. But if you go in there and you hit them with this right here, and you let them know that you know what you're talking about, they will give you 85% of what your jewelry's worth. And I promise you, if you don't want it, if the regular employee, the customer service representative, if he's not helping you, you tell him, let me speak to your manager. Then let the manager come over here. Now, the manager is privy to this information, all right? All the regular employees, the CSRs, they're not. You got to go. Whenever I worked at the pawn shop, they sent me to school to go learn and become certified when it comes to, gold and silver, diamonds. I'm now certified to open up Rolex watches and tell you whether or not they're real or fake. I had to go to school for all this for them. So you learn all this in their little schools. So if you go in there and you talk this lingo to them and you let them know, hey, I know what I'm talking about. I want 85%. You will get it. And if the first pawn shop don't give it to you, go to the next one. Y'all know how many pawn shops there are. I don't know where everyone else lives at or where y'all from, but I'm in Houston, Texas, y'all. We got a goddamn pawn shop almost every corner of every street out here. And if not a pawn shop, I know y'all see those little booths out there where people we buy your gold and silver, come sell us your diamonds, your precious metals. Sometimes they got spinners in the road spinning a sign telling you to come in there. Those places will pay you more than a pawn shop. You may not believe it, or you might think that they're gonna try to scam you. If you let them, they will scam you, all right? If you allow them to, and you don't know what your shit's worth, they're gonna get over on you. But if you go in there and you know what it's worth, you got a scale at home by yourself, or you borrowed someone's scale, you weighed your jewelry, you know how many grams you got in your jewelry now. All you do is plug in this formula, and you will get exactly what it is that your shit's worth. Now, gold's at an all-time high, y'all. But like I said, silver is going to skyrocket, all right? Silver is going to shoot up so high that it's going to become a better investment as far as gold, percentage-wise, okay? I'm not saying how much more money, no, percentage-wise. When you break it all down, silver is going to become a better investment because you can get it for cheaper, all right? You can get you an ounce of silver right now. I'm not even sure what the ounce of silver is right now, but I'm going to look that up right now, y'all, but it can't be no more than maybe $40. All right, your silver's at $32, right? Silver's at $32. So you can get you some of those American Eagles, those silver coins, right? The ones that are a troy ounce. You can buy you one for $32, all right? You're gonna pay a couple of dollars over spot price. If you're buying them from like JM Bullion or something like that, you might be able to get them for $35, which is still an amazing, amazing deal, all right? So if you buy you 10 ounces of silver, all right, you spend $350. I guarantee y'all come back to this stream, to this live stream a year from now, and I guarantee you would almost have doubled your money right there. Promise you. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, all right? Silver might go down a little bit before this year. It may go down and dip a little bit. But next year, come July, August, September, silver's gonna be back up and you will have doubled your money, all right? So if you can get you 10 ounces of silver, I'm regular folk just like y'all, all right? So I can't go out there and buy 10 ounces of gold at $2,000 some dollars. I live paycheck to paycheck, y'all. So I know that the better investment right now for me personally is silver. Where do you get scales at? Man, Pamela, you can get you a scale at pretty much any smoke shop where they sell vapes. They sell all the pipes and the stuff to roll up the marijuana and all that shit. You can get your little pocket scale there. Or most of the times at your little corner stores, like out here in Houston, they got little corner stores like that are in the bad areas, right? They sell sometimes them detox drinks. Sometimes they sell like little pipes so you can smoke out the pipe and stuff. They sell pocket scales in there. You shouldn't pay you no more than $15. You can get you one for $10, right? You can get you a scale. But if you want to get you a good scale where you can weigh diamonds out and it has the penny weights, that scale is going to cost a little bit more, right? Which is more accurate. but just for you to be able to go and sell and buy, or if you want to start your own business, right? You can start your own business, y'all. Gold and silver. You can be a gold and silver precious metals buyer, all right? Now, I've done this before. It was very lucrative, all right? I fucked it up. I messed up. I blew all the money, went to go party all the time, doing dumb shit like taking trips to Vegas to go gamble and just, you know, come back broke with no money. You know, there was a year I cleared over $170,000 in 1 year. And what did I do? I blew it. I literally blew it, y'all. But at the time, I was young. I didn't have children. I wasn't married. Now I got a family, right? So I would never, ever do nothing dumb like that again, y'all. But all you need is a scale and your acids, all right? To test the silver, to test the gold. Now, another thing, y'all. All of your U.S. currency, all right? When it comes to currency, the coins, all of U.S. coins, all U.S. currency coins, 1965 or older are 90% silver, all right? So you may have some sitting in your pocket right now and you wouldn't even know. It might be at the bottom of some of y'all purses right now, in the cup holder of your car right now, right? And you might have some silver in there and you wouldn't even know it, and you're gonna go and give it to the store or give it to wherever it is that you give it to at regular face value. Now, if you got a quarter and that quarter is dated 1964 or older, that's 90% silver, y'all. You'd be crazy to go and give that quarter away to a store, or you buy something. That quarter right there was worth 3 times of what it was, maybe 4, all right? That'd be crazy. You got your dimes, your nickels. Now, nickels, it gets a little different, right? You don't get 90% silver. You get 70% on some of them. But if you got buffalo nickels, of course, those are gonna go up to 90%. But your U.S. currency, your coins, your quarters, your dimes, 1964 or older, they're 90% silver, y'all. You'd be surprised how many of these you find just in your piggy bank and just random places in your house. Sometimes you get them back from stores and change. Put those to the side, y'all. Put them to the side. And mark my words, you will come back and thank me, because you would be surprised at how much more money the shit's worth than just the face value. Now, a dime weighs a little less, right? So you won't get as much, but you definitely get more than 10 cents of what the dime's worth, a quarter. Matter of fact, we can plug this into the formula right now, and I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what a quarter would be worth. I wanna say a quarter weighs maybe 7 grams. All right, I got it right here, y'all. Now, it says a quarter weighs 5.67 grams, all right? So now what we're gonna do, we know that that silver is at $32 a troy ounce, all right? So we're gonna plug this into the formula. You have $32 divided by 31.103 times the percentage. Of course, it's gonna be, times the carat. You got sterling silver is 0.925, right? 0.925, 92%. Times 0.92 times 85%. 2,754. I'm tripping, y'all. Give me a second. 32 divided by 31.103 times 0.92 times 0.85 times 5.6. All right, y'all. A quarter. Right now, a quarter is worth $4. Okay? So you go and give this quarter up for 25 cents, when in reality, it's worth $4 right now. Silver value, all right? So you think about how much change y'all got sitting around. If you ever, this is me personally, y'all, I look at all of my change. I always look at it. Because if I see something dated 1964 or older, I know right there I got more money. I put it to the side, let some accumulate, and go cash in. And I tell you, the shit's a better investment than gold right now. Of course, if you can afford it, if you can afford an ounce of gold, which is almost $3,000, that's a great investment, all right? I wouldn't tell you not to get none. But I've sat here on my live stream before, and it's been over a year, maybe 2 years, and I told everybody, gold is going to skyrocket gold and silver are going to shoot up to record highs. And here we are. All right. Now we're in the time where gold is at a record high, and it's going to get higher. But silver is used in everything, y'all. Silver's in this cell phone I'm using right now. It's in your laptops, it's in your TVs, in your microwaves. Silver is used in everything, almost everything. So we got such a big supply of it right now, but it's not going to be the case. All right. With all the technology that keeps coming out and all the new things they keep making, they need more silver. So that silver price is going to shoot up, y'all. It's going to shoot up. So if you want to make money and you're thinking about investing in anything, I would never tell anybody to go put your money in anything else other than silver. Now, the cryptocurrency market, it was all right. If you got in early and you were able to cash out, you made some money, right? But that's not the case for everyone now. And you can't sit there and wait whether or not it's going to go up, it's going to go down, if the market's going to crash, if shit's going to happen. You can't worry about that. Gold and silver is always going to hold its value, y'all. So again, silver, in my opinion, is the better investment percentage-wise than gold. Like I said, if I had the money, if I was a, multi-millionaire or something like that, I'd buy a shitload of gold. I would buy it up and just sit on it and wait, because it's only going to get higher. But if you were on my stream almost 2 years ago and you watched me tell y'all to invest in gold, then right now, you'd be thanking me, right? You might even be sending me a little tip, be hitting the Cash App or something, because this information I give y'all, I don't charge for, y'all. I get this shit for free, because I know people out there just like me. We all out here trying to make it, right? We all out here trying to make it. I'm just like y'all. I ain't no different, y'all. I want the finer things in life. I want the success. I want all the nice shit. And I like to see other people get it as well, right? I'll never, ever, ever try to be greedy when it comes to something like that. I like to see everybody winning. Everybody can make money, and there's enough for all of us to go around. Ain't no sense in me trying to hog it all up or be greedy or not give this information out for the people that actually want to hear it and want to listen to it, right? There's some of y'all right here, maybe a few of y'all, but people actually want to hear this shit. So that's why I do it, right? I'm appreciative and I'm grateful for the people that sit there and take this information and actually use it. Then I know, man, I actually helped somebody, to invest or make money, or I gave them the information they need to know to never get screwed over again when it comes to precious metals. Oh, you're welcome, Pamela. You're very welcome. That's what I do this for. I do this for y'all. Do this for the people, man. I started off doing my channel thinking that I was going to help save the children, y'all, right? That's what my channel started off as. I thought I was going to help save the children. But what happened? Strike after strike, channel suspended, demonetized, all that bad shit. And nobody wanted to listen to it. They called me conspiracy theorists. All right? And I hate being called the C word, y'all. I don't like that. It's very derogatory in my opinion. But that's what happened whenever I try to give that information out. So I started to see that, hey, people ain't going to take heed to this, right? They don't want to hear it. People don't believe that celebrities and politicians are out there harming little children, doing pedophilia type shit. They don't want to hear it. But those of you that know, you know, all right? We ain't no dummies, y'all. We know they've been doing it. Now some of it's getting exposed now. But do we ever hear the people come back and say, man, you were right, right? I don't get on here and say, I told you so, because it was never about that. It was never about that. It was always about, in my heart, in my spirit, when I went down those rabbit holes and I found out what it was that they're doing to children, that shit fucked me up inside, y'all. That shit really messed me up. But it made me be closer and more protective of my children, all right? Now, they don't do shit or go anywhere with anybody. No sleepovers, no hanging out nowhere unless I'm around. No just sending them off to go places, dropping them off at whatever babysitter so me and the wife can go out and get drunk and shit. Never. I don't do none of that now, all right? Because now I know how fucked up this world is, and my babies that are so precious to me, what could possibly happen to them, I ain't having it, y'all. I'd rather be safe than sorry every single time. So if that means I gotta sit at home on the weekends and not go nowhere and suffer a little bit, I'm gonna do that. If that means I can't go out on the guys' night out or go hang out with everybody and get drunk and have a good time If that means I gotta go drop my babies off somewhere, I'm not doing it. That birth certificate show got my attention. Oh, is that right? Well, that's what's up. That goes deep. The birth certificate thing, it goes deep, y'all. It goes very, very deep. And the fucked up thing about it is they turn around and then trade your birth certificate on the stock market and make millions of dollars throughout our lives. So they say, as far as me, right? They look at me and be like, right now, he's gonna be a Hispanic Latino, right? I mean, whatever you want to call me. I don't even know what the fuck I'm classified as, right? I'm half black, half Mexican. Whatever this person, his age range, he's gonna live to be about 75, 80 years old. He's gonna work and pay taxes throughout his entire life. So this person's going to contribute about this much money to the economy. So then a bank will turn around and loan them money on the birth certificate. All right? If anything, we should be able to get the fucking loan whenever we're born. They should loan us the money for the birth certificate, all right? And let us go out there and start whatever ventures and whatever businesses we want to start to help the economy and stimulate the economy that way, right? But they don't do that. They trick us into signing this shit over to them. That way they can turn around and then go get the money from it. All right? I got 3 children. 2 of them, unfortunately, I had to get them the birth certificate. I had to get the Social Security card. I had to do it. All right? It was a fight. The wife didn't get it. She didn't understand it at the time. But baby girl, my little one, she's not. She's a sovereign sojourner of the land. All right? Certificate of live birth. A whole different thing. Now, I haven't figured out how I'm supposed to tap in to be able to trade the whole birth certificate. Like, I haven't figured that out yet. I'm learning still about that, y'all. But what I do know is I ain't signed that damn birth certificate. And they also gave me a fucking problem about it. They hassled me, harassed me, threatened me, tried to put fear into us because we didn't sign the paper for the birth certificate. Y'all should have seen the way they were acting with us. They literally harassed and hounded us every single day in the hospital, several times a day. Hey, come on, what's up? You gonna do the birth certificate? Like, damn, homie, is that what y'all do to everybody? And they scare people because the paper tells you you will not be able to be discharged or leave from the hospital unless you sign the paper for the birth certificate, which is a lie because the wife was discharged, the baby was discharged, we got sent home, and we didn't do it. So what's the point of all that, right? I know what the point is. Some of y'all who know, y'all know. But it's a big thing, y'all, right? We're considered corporations. A person is a corporation. So then they do trade the birth certificate on the stock market and make money off of you. If everybody would fucking open their eyes and see this shit is true, then maybe we could start making some changes and start getting that money. Every time we have a child, if a woman gives birth to a child, that child should have their trust fund with at least, we don't have to be greedy. You don't got to be $1 million, maybe 100,000, 250,000. Then when every child turns 18, instead of having to worry about going to their fucking universities and getting indoctrinated at their colleges, we ain't got to do all that. Pay no student loans, get no fucking financial aid. We ain't got to do none of that because every person who's born on this land is entitled to that. You turn 18, you get into your trust fund, you should be able to get that 100,000, 200,000. And then if you fuck it up, you fuck it up. That's on you. You messed it up. You had your opportunity. But we should all get that same exact opportunity, y'all. It's not right. It's not fair. But it ain't gonna change unless there's enough of us who come out here and start making noise, right? But you never know. It's possible, y'all. I still do this because I think maybe I'll make a change, right? I'm just one person, but just one person open up another person's eyes, and that person opens up 3 more. Y'all know how it works, right? We all get each other to open each other's eyes and see what the hell's going on and what's happening. But yes, the birth certificate, we know. Social Security card, we know. All right? But that's how they do it, y'all. That's how it happens. So one more time, about the topic, we're doing gold and silver education. If y'all just coming in, and if y'all just now listening to me, I gave the formula, all right? I gave the formula for what it would be if you're ever gonna go buy or sell precious metals. If you didn't hear it, you can rewind the stream or go catch it. Or one more time, I wrote it down right here sideways. It's kind of big on the paper, but y'all can't see. I mean, y'all gonna be able to see. I can't see if y'all can see. Spot price divided by troy ounce times the carat times the percentage you want to pay or receive. That's going to equal the price per gram. Once you have the price per gram, all you do is multiply it by however many grams your jewelry is. Then you know what you're going to be able to get. All right. So don't let the pawn shop screw you over, because they will. Any jewelry shop, if they can lowball you and get away with it, they're going to do it. I used to do it. All right. I'm guilty of that. I was getting benefits and bonuses. They would incentivize it. So if somebody would come in, the ones I like the most, I hate to say it, y'all, but the ones that didn't speak no English, those are the ones I'd be able to lowball the most. They're coming over here, they're not knowing the language, and it's not right, you know. I'm guilty of that. It's not right. But, you know, I was just trying to look out for me at the time. Selfish, not thinking about it. When in reality, it wasn't my money. I should have gave those people the max amount of dollars I could have gave them, because it wasn't my money. It was a corporation's money. Corporations which I can't stand today. But it's all good. I feel like I'll make up for it now by doing shit like this, right? I give y'all the information for free. Some people appreciate it. They rock with it. Some people sometimes donate, hit the Cash App. And I appreciate all that shit, y'all. It's all love. That's why I keep doing it. But like I said, spot price divided by troy ounce times the carat times the percentage you want to pay or receive equals price per gram. Then you know what you're supposed to get paid per gram on your precious metals. If you ever got some 24 karat jewelry, you got some money right there, all right? If you got 24 karat jewelry, you got you some money. The shit's so high right now, y'all. You profited. If you bought jewelry last year at this time, you bought gold a year later, 12 months to the day, you made more money. You made profit. I guarantee you. Now, I'm telling y'all again, with silver, all right? With silver, buy silver. If you can buy silver, buy you some silver, because the shit is going to shoot up. It's going to skyrocket. Right now, gold's at an all-time high. Silver will be at an all-time high this time next year. That's an investment that you want to make, all right? So if anybody got money and they're trying to invest, me personally, I wouldn't recommend cryptocurrency over precious metals. Now, I do like some cryptocurrency, right? I do think some of it, you will make some money. But if you want a for sure investment that's not going to lose you money, silver, all right? Go and buy you some silver coins, maybe some Canadian half dollars. The one with the Queen Elizabeth on it. No, I'm sorry, not that one. There's one with Queen Elizabeth on it. I'm not sure what it's called. Or the American Eagle dollar. Those are troy ounces. Buy you some of those. Get you as many as you can. Get you some sterling silver. Save it. If you have any old silverware or any old of those, you know, those little plates and the silver platters, save them, because this time next year, the shit's gonna skyrocket, y'all. I said it here a year and a half, 2 years ago about gold, and here we are. I was right about that, all right? I don't try to toot my own horn or anything, but I toot my own horn. I'm gonna be right about the silver as well. I've been in the precious metal game for a long time, all right? Even though I'm not actively doing that no more, I still will never forget the information and stuff that I learned. And you can see, based on all the markets and how it's been over the past 10, 15 years, silver is going to skyrocket. You will make some money. If you watched my stream 2 years ago and you listened to me, you made some money. Matter of fact, you probably owe me like a little tip or something, right? 'Cause I might have said that during the stream. I might have told y'all, come back later on in the future and you can hit me with a tip or something. It's all good. But like I said, silver is going to be worth a lot more money this time next year. Some people can't wait. Some people can't wait a whole year, right? They want that fast money. Well, investing is not all about fast money, y'all. It takes time whenever you want to invest. You're not going to see your money right away. It's going to take time. So if you can sit there for a year, you'll be good. If you got $1,000 to invest, me personally, I would spend it all on silver. All of it. Every single dollar. And this time next year, I wouldn't say if you're gonna double it, I can't give you those numbers. I don't know that for sure. But you're gonna make more than what you spent. Promise you. That's a guarantee. Y'all hear it here on Conspiracy University. Do you think they will arrest Mamala? I don't know who the hell is Mamala? I don't know who that is. Jack in the Crack. That's what we call Jack in the Box over here in Houston, Texas. Jack in the Crack. But I don't know who Mamala is. You want to elaborate on who that is? Oh, Kamala. Man, she ain't going nowhere. Kamala ain't going nowhere, bro. That lady's not getting arrested. Nobody's getting arrested. None of the politicians are going to jail. No one's going to do prison time. They're going to keep doing the corrupt bullshit they keep doing. And this time next year, whenever I come back to tell y'all that I was right about the silver, I'll tell y'all again that I was also right about Kamala, because she ain't going nowhere. She's not, bro. These are high-ranking witches and warlocks, man. All right? A witch is a female witch. A warlock is a male witch. And they practice and they do rituals. And they know everything there is to know about this shit. Right? Whenever they get up there on stage and they have y'all hypnotized into thinking that they're going to help save the world and fix the world, everyone's sitting there with their eyes open. Oh, man, they give you hope, motivation, right? They know what they're doing. They learned this shit as a child. They went through all these rigorous schools and studying, and they learned how to sit there and talk to people and how to make you believe them. I saw her appear in SF as an apparition on a full moon ring. Is that right? Well, I don't know what that means in regards to her doing any type of jail time, bro, but Kamala is not going to get arrested. Hillary Clinton and all these other people who are supposed to be going to Gitmo and all that shit, right? It's not going to happen, man. Exactly. They're groomed for it. Social engineers. Yeah, 100%, bro. They've been groomed since a child for when they, like Joel Osteen, right? If y'all know who that is, it's a preacher over here in Houston. That man right there is one of the best when it comes to getting a crowd of people to believe him and follow him. The man got skills. He's very talented when it comes to that. He's corrupt, right? Got a bunch of bullshit behind him. But one thing, you got to give credit when it's due. That man can get a crowd to believe anything the hell he says. That man will sell snow cone. He'll sell a snow cone to an Eskimo, all right? That man can sell an iPod to a deaf child. He knows what he's doing. Another one who's like that is Dr. Umar. Y'all may be seeing him around on social media and all over YouTube and shit. That man learned and was groomed to be able to come and do all that. And he's perfected it. He knows what he's doing and he knows how to do it. And the people will follow these people. People will run through brick walls for some of these politicians or some of these leaders, these revolutionary leaders out here. People will run through brick walls and will fight with their family members, defending these people because they sit there and they become hypnotized with their bullshit. I used to be guilty of that, right? I'm not perfect, y'all. I'm just like y'all. I used to believe all the bullshit when I was little, which is why I joined the military when I was younger, all right? Yeah, I regret it now. I don't get those years back. I don't get that time back. No telling what I could have did differently with my life. But I believed it. I believed all the bullshit. I enlisted in the service because of 9/11. After 9/11 happened, I was like, oh no, they got me messed up. We finna go put belt to ass on these people. Sign me up. I want to go overseas. I want to fight. And then I find out why and how it happened and who did it. I was heartbroken. That shit messed me up, y'all. I was behind enemy lines in the military. I felt like I was behind enemy lines in the military. Never again will I make a mistake like that again, right? I've said it here before. The only war that I'm going to sign up and fight for is the one for our freedom, y'all. That one big final, whatever, World War III, World War IV, whichever one it may be. You will never see me ever again sign up to go to war unless it's the one to fight for our freedom, for our people, for we the people, all right? Us, all of us, all Americans, all human beings out here, all of us right here. I will fight for that. But never again will I ever go fight for this country or to go and defend any other country. Never again will I do that. But I'll be damn, strap them boots up and grab that rifle to fight for our freedom. If that's the one that's gonna let my children live in peace in a free society and not be a slave to the system, sign me up. I'll fight for that one. But other than that, I'll never do it again. Never. And I see myself smoke these cigarettes online, yo. And I know it's bad. I know it's not good for me. But I'm human. I'm not perfect. I'm just like y'all. Ain't no agent over here. I'm not a shield. Misinformation agent. I don't do none of that over here. I keep it real with y'all. And I show y'all me. Show my face. And I don't hide nothing, all right? But, like I said, y'all, gold and silver, all right? If you can buy silver, buy you some silver. Now is the time to buy you some silver. Because this time next year, you're going to kick yourself in the ass if you didn't do it, all right? It don't take much money to invest. You can, a couple $100 here and there, $50. You know, every time you get a paycheck, buy you an ounce of silver. They're $32 right now. You'll pay $35, right? Buy you an ounce of silver every paycheck. If you can do that 52 times, for if you get paid every week, right? Or if you get paid every 2 weeks, however it may be. Let's just say within a year, in the next 12 months, if you can buy you 2 ounces of silver a month, you'll have you 24 ounces of silver. You're going to pretty much double your money, if not more, all right? We're still waiting for that one big-ass spike, and it hasn't happened yet, y'all. It hasn't happened. Silver has gotten up to like $50, but we haven't seen that spike where it's going to shoot to like 100. It's going to happen, all right? Excuse me. It is going to happen. Y'all can rewind the stream and go look at the formula I gave, but I will repeat it one more time, all right? Spot price divided by troy ounce times the carat times the percentage you want to pay or receive is going to equal the price per gram. Then you just multiply that by however many grams your precious metals are. It applies to gold, silver, platinum, palladium, rhodium, all of the precious metals, right? It applies. It's just a matter of turning the carat into a percentage. I'm sure most of y'all know how to do that. And if not, you can just look the shit up online, right? Just Google it. It'll give you the exact percentages. But you move your decimal over. Y'all know how to do that. We learned that bullshit in school, right? That's one thing in school that we learned that wasn't a lie. That's the only thing I feel that wasn't a lie, that they didn't lie to us about. Because the numbers don't lie, right? Like they say. Of course, that's only if they didn't lie to us about the value of one or what the word one means. We think we hear one, a single thing. For all we fucking know, the word single could mean something completely different, right? We've been put under a spell. We've been hypnotized, y'all. We've been put under a spell to be programmed. Is anyone buffering? Man, I don't know if it's buffering right now, Pamela. It could be. It tends to happen a lot on my damn stream. It actually happens every single live stream. And I'm using the damn Wi-Fi in the truck, like full bars. So I don't know why. But if I'm buffering y'all, my bad. Spot price divided by troy ounce times a carat times the percentage you want to pay or receive is going to equal the price per gram. We'll show you one more time. The sun went down right here, so maybe I can see it. Spot price divided by troy ounce times the carat times the percent you want to receive or pay. All right? That's going to equal price per gram. Maybe it's the weather here. Oh, yeah, it could be. You would say you in Baltimore, huh? I bet you it's cold as shit out there in Baltimore. I don't know how y'all do it sometimes in them weathers, in them cold weathers. I don't know how y'all do it. Because I've been to a couple places where it's cold. And man, when that weather hits your body, when that wind hits your body, that's a different feeling, y'all. That shit's different. I guess I'm just used to Texas out here in the South. But it was cold this morning. When we woke up, it was like 38, 39 degrees. But now, you walk around and you go sweat outside right now. It's hot. Like, it's literally warm outside right now. So I don't know how the weather be over there, but I know it's cold in Baltimore. And that shit is different. But that's the beauty of this YouTube thing, y'all. I get to speak to people in all different parts of the rain. Oh, I'm sorry, in the world. I'm reading your comment, Pamela. It's hella rain going on now. Damn, is that right? Rain and cold? That's the worst combination for me, man. I hate it when it's raining and it's cold at the same time. It's actually beautiful right now in Houston, to be real. This is like the perfect weather right now. But of course, later on, it's going to get colder. Or tomorrow morning, it's going to be cold as shit again. It might rain a little bit. It rained yesterday. It sprinkled this morning a little bit. Houston weather is terrible. So one thing about Houston, other than the fucking illegal immigration problem, the weather is very unpredictable and it's terrible here. But it's not the top of the list. The immigration problem is becoming a problem over here in Houston. It's becoming a problem, and especially in my area. Where I live in Houston, I live in the ghetto. And what's cold in Texas? 60 degrees? Hell yeah. That's that's chilly. You know, 60 degrees, people out here wearing big old winter coats and shit. Big old fucking like fur coat type shit. This morning it was 39. People didn't want to go to work. People was trying to stay home because it was 39 degrees. We spoiled with the weather out here as far as, you know, the cold, because if it's cold, they'll shut this shit down out here, y'all. They'll shut schools down. They'll shut down all the damn banks and everything. If shit gets too cold, they'll shut it down. And people like up north, they be living in this shit just normal. Like it's nothing, right? I see people who live up north and come to live down here. They be walking around the wintertime with shorts on and a little t-shirt, and oh, that person's from up north somewhere. So they can handle this shit. But I'm already used to it, y'all. So when it's 39 degrees like it was this morning, it was cold. We had the heater going on and everything. But right now it's perfect. It probably feels like it's about 70, 72. Feels like California weather out here right now. But it don't last long. Not at all. It does not last long at all. But one more time, all right? Back to my topic, which was gold and silver education that you're receiving for free, okay? This is free. I ain't charging nobody for it. It's right here on YouTube. Y'all can always rewind it. Y'all can screen record it and come back and look at it. Club Fortune, what's good, bro? I see you. I wore shorts in the winter quite a bit, especially in college. Yo, you from Chicago, ain't you? Aren't you from Chicago, bro? Or living in Chicago or something like that? That's that ridiculous cold ass weather out there. That's the one that it hits your body. That shit a pain. You feel the pain when that shit hits your body. Thank you. Yo, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Everybody who sits here and listens to me, I appreciate y'all more than y'all could ever imagine, all right? Y'all the reason why I do this YouTube shit and keep doing it. Of course, I want to get compensated, which is why I'm going to let YouTube and Google AdSense pay me. Why not, right? But at the same time, I'm going to give y'all some shit that y'all can learn outside of Chicago. Oh, okay. Well, you in that cold ass weather. That's cold, man. I've been to Oklahoma. I've passed through Chicago. I've been to a couple places up north where I could not handle. In the military, when I was in the military, I went to some places I could not handle. I used to get in trouble, y'all. When I was in the military, when I first started boot camp, they issue everybody the marshmallows, right? Which is like the top and bottom jogger set. And you're only supposed to wear that. I used to get in trouble because I had thermals and them long johns, and I would put the motherfuckers underneath my clothes and then wear the marshmallows on top of it. So I'll be on the floor doing push-ups and shit, and my shirt will come up in the back, and I would get caught all the time. And they'll be like, oh shit, he's done it again. He's trying to be warm again. And they motherfuckers I would get in trouble. Have to go run laps or do more push-ups. They would smoke me out because I was trying to double up and be warm. That's how crazy the dumb shit was, right? A lot of dumb shit in the military. The way I saw it was, if you was going to break me down and build me up, there was a different way to do it. This right here was stupid, all right? It was stupid because, in my opinion, there's better ways to do it, right? And I'm not saying necessarily don't be tough on people. Don't give tough love and stuff like that, right? Yeah, you always got to give people tough love. But more so, the camaraderie and the brotherhood, they should have focused more on that, all right? And not just coming in here and let's just scream in your fucking face until spit's coming off of you. Like, well, I used to want to swing at my fucking drill sergeants. I used to want to swing on them daily because I'm like, man, y'all got me fucked up, all right? I'm not like that, y'all. I'm not finna ever go and scream in another man's face just to do it and not expect to get my ass popped. But I used to want to swing on drill instructors every single day. And eventually I used to get into tussles with other soldiers and all that. And in the end, I ended up being like one of the star students, right? The drill sergeants loved me in the end. When I had to say that goodbye, whenever I graduated and I was leaving, this one of my drill sergeants came up to me and hugged me, and we cried together while hugging each other, y'all. I was crying. This man was crying because I didn't have my father growing up, and maybe I felt like this man was some type of father figure to me because I really admired him and I really looked up to him. And it hurt. It was a sad day, the day I had to leave and I wasn't gonna see him no more. But I had no idea that that man felt the same way about me. So when he came and gave me a hug and told me bye and he started crying, I started bawling like a baby, y'all. I was like, damn, who's cutting onions in here, right? Like Michigan, they think because you moving, that's gonna keep you warm. Yeah, and you will kind of get warm, but man, when I'm sweating, like I said, I'm from Houston, right? So when I'm sweating and then the weather's fucking cold as shit, it's just uncomfortable, right? I'd rather it just be 100 and some degree a day outside, and I'd rather go work out and sweat in that, right? Instead of me being in fucking 20-degree weather, running, getting a little sweat, and then your body temperature, starts to cool off a little bit, and then boom, hit you right back again with the cold air. I don't like that shit. I like it at all. It was terrible. But yes, I've been through Michigan. I've been through quite a few states, right? But them cold ones, I don't know what they call that shit when that wind hits your body, but it hurts. It feel like someone's stomping on your chest, man. I don't like that shit. I don't like it. You could put me out. Yes, I do like to be cool. I like to be cold. I'm a big guy, I'm a big boy, man. But I'd rather live in somewhere where the weather is just perfect like that all year round. The Hulk. Yeah. No. It's funny you say that because that's my nickname from my babies. My little ones call me the Hulk, Incredible Hulk. But I'm not no big old bodybuilder or anything like that. But I am a big dude. I'm 6'2", 237 pounds now. I was a little bit heavier. But your boy went through some shit this year mentally. So that made me lose some weight. I wasn't eating right. But I was up to almost 300 pounds, y'all. I used to weigh 285, 290 pounds at one point, which wasn't healthy, right? It wasn't healthy at all. But now I'm 6'2", 237 pounds now. So for Hispanic male, that's above average, right? So I'm usually taller than all the people in my family, all the little Mexicans around here, the illegal immigrants. They're always little people. So maybe that's why they look at me different, look at me crazy, because I don't get no respect from them. They look at me like I'm a lazy American who's had everything handed to me, which is far from the truth, right? Everything I've gotten out the mud, y'all. Everything on my own. Since 13, 14 years old, I've been getting it out the mud on my own. So sometimes illegal immigrants don't see that shit because they come from a different country. And, they got to get it out the mud over here. But shit, some of us did the same thing, right? They ain't no better than us. That's how Nigerians look at me. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. Hey, I live by a couple Nigerians, and I'll be hearing them talking. They be talking shit. They be talking shit. They don't like black Americans, right? They don't. It's crazy, bro. That's why they call the code. No, that's what they call the code. Pray that things are better for you. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, shit's starting to go okay now. Like this year was a fucking crazy year for me mentally. I had never went through anything as bad as I've went through this past year. And like it wasn't even necessarily death or anything like that, but I've never went through anything that I went through like this year. And that shit changed my perspective on everything. I see life a whole different way now. I look at women a whole different way now. Like, it changed me, but for the better, right? Because now I feel like I'm more strong mentally. I've always felt like I can conquer anything in the world, right? If I really try, I feel like I could always do it. I've pretty much excelled at anything I've ever tried to do. I've been good at it, whether it be sports, any type of educational things, whatever it may have been, I excelled at it, right? But I thought I knew life, and I didn't know it. I thought I knew women, and I really don't know women, right? I'm still learning. At 36 years old, I'm still learning. I'm still naive to a lot of shit, right? I used to put women on a pedestal, And I always think, nah, women ain't like, not all women are like that, right? Like a woman ain't gonna do that, or nah, I can never see a woman doing those type of things, right? Man, shit slapped me in the face, y'all. Slapped me right across my face. But maybe I needed it. Maybe that was something that I needed so I can learn and grow from it. But it's all good. I made it out the other end. I'm here now. And mentally, I feel as strong as I've ever felt mentally, which is why I'm on this damn YouTube now doing live streams and shit like that, because I didn't used to do that before, y'all. I used to do pre-recorded videos, make some shorts, and then boom, that was it. I would get stage fright. I still get stage fright, right? Until I see some of my subs coming here, some of my older subs who've been rocking with me. When I see y'all, my comfortability level gets better and I'm able to vibe and start, going more on the live stream. So y'all the ones that make it better and easier for me, y'all. They feel like we're pampered and worked hard my whole life. Yeah, man. They think we're pampered. Well, a lot of don't get me wrong, a lot of Americans are pampered out here, right? When it comes to the living conditions and how they live. But it ain't my fault I was born here, right? It's not my fault. Our struggles are different from their struggles. They see their struggles as the worst ones, but that ain't what it is. We all have our different struggles out here. I remember checking a dude who wanted to come to America and cakewalk. Yeah. Life is a constant learning process. Yeah, man. I really thought I was very egotistical, very cocky, and when it came to just anything, man, like anything, and especially women, right? Like again, y'all, I'm not here to toot my own horn or anything, but I've always been able to get the more attractive women, whether it was in school or wherever I was would be. I've always had attractive women, right? So I'm like, man, that ain't an issue, right? I know what I'm doing. I know women. Like my wife now, she's a very beautiful, attractive woman. And it's like, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know shit. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, I will never be able to understand the mind of a woman, right? Because I'm not a woman. But I thought I had it figured out. I was raised by a single mother with my sister. So I was raised by two women, right? And it's crazy because there's a stigma for men who are raised by single moms. And I'm far from that stigma, y'all. I'm far from it. Whatever vocabulary they use whenever they try to talk about these type of men, or, they call them simps now or whatever. I'm far from it, y'all. But then again, I was raised by a single mom and a sister. So I seen the heartbreaks and I seen them get cheated on, or, the domestic violence and shit like that. I seen all that growing up. And in return, it made me a better man, because now I know I'm never going to put a woman through something I seen my most loved women in my life go through. My mom and my sister, I seen them go through all the heartaches and stuff that a man caused. So it made me grow up to be a different man. And I think twice about it now. I've never struck a woman, right? I don't cheat on my wife. I try to do everything righteously because, I don't want to put them through that hurt. I want to be the reason why or be the cause of that hurt. It's a fucked up feeling, right? I ain't perfect. I fucked up before. I've been a bad husband before, right? But at the very least, I know that I was wrong and I try to live righteous and be better about it. But I do tell you, I ain't got women figured out, y'all, at all. Women are very, very, very difficult human to figure out. And maybe we'll never figure them out, right? We just got to learn how to coexist and just get along with one another. But I love women. I love my wife. So I guess I got to deal with the shit. I got to continue being called a simp, if that's what it is. They can call me a simp. But I ain't your average man raised by a single mom. Cause I'll slap the shit out of somebody if they come and talk shit to me in my face like that. I will slap the shit out of somebody running their mouth to me. I'm not promoting violence at all. I'm just standing up for the men out here like me who are raised by single moms who aren't like the other ones, right? Who don't have that stigma. Because we ain't all like that at all. I don't act like my mother. I don't have her ways or her, I'm not like that. But my mama made me tough. She sure as hell did. She's a single mom with no father. She used to make me fight. If I would get into it people at school, she would tell us, y'all gonna come fight right here in the backyard. You're gonna get this shit over with. And if you don't fight him, I'm gonna whoop your ass when you get inside. And I was scared of her So you best believe I was out there scrapping, trying to make mama proud, right? She made me tough. And now I'm not one of these people to be fucked with out here, y'all. And that's all thanks to my mom without a father in my life, right? When I got older, I understood and I got it. I'm like, damn, I can't hate my dad because he left me. Because now I'm a man with a family. And now I've been through times now where I can see, damn, maybe my dad couldn't handle it. Maybe my father couldn't handle being with this woman, which was my mom, right? I love her, but she has her ways too. So maybe my father just had to get out, right? Maybe he had to. Maybe she kept me from him. Maybe it was such a toxic, ugly environment that for his own health and well-being, that he just had to get away. I don't see that as right because I would never leave my babies ever, ever get up and move to another state and not worry about whether or not they have clothes on their back or if they have food to eat or anything, right? I would never do that. But me and him ain't the same man. We're different. And thanks to him leaving me, right, I learned all this shit, which is why I'll never, ever abandon my children, ever. Like, I would never do that. And even if their mother tried to take them away from me, keep them away from me, I'll hunt her ass down and I'll get my babies back. I would never do that shit. But yes, I was raised by a single mom and my sister. But that stigma that we type of people get, that's not what it is over here, y'all, at all. It actually made me a better man. And in return, I was always kind of like a ladies' man, right? Like, I treated women so well because of what I saw my sister and my mom go through. It ended up helping me when it comes to, pulling a woman. This shit helped me all my life. All my life, it's helped me. So I got a lot of appreciation for that. There could have been things I probably could have been a more manlier man or something. I don't know. But I be damn, I'm the handiest person I know around me and my family. I fix anything. And if I can't fix it, I will get on YouTube and find a DIY video and do it my damn self. So it took longer. I learned it all. But I'm a man now. And now I don't fault my father for just abandoning me, right? I don't know what that man was going through at that time. I don't know what he was dealing with. He could have been in a such toxic relationship with my mom that he had to get away, right? Even though it hurt me as a child growing up and I wanted that father around, I don't know what that man was going through mentally. And not every man can handle pressure and go through shit like that. So I don't fault my father. I was glad I was able to let him know before he passed. Like, I ain't mad at you, Dad. Like, I love you. You're my father still. And I understand and I get it. Now that I'm a man and I see how my mom is, I get it, Dad. Like, I know you couldn't stick around, right? You should have, but we all make mistakes. You should have stuck around and tried to be in my life a little bit more. But shit happens, man. And everybody can't handle that shit. God bless you, brother. Need more like you, King. Well, I appreciate that, Mrs. Taylor. Mr. Taylor, I don't know how to, I don't want to butcher your name. It may have been for the best. Yeah, it may have been, right? Because had he stayed around, I might have grew up in a fucking toxic ass fucking environment that might have messed me up more, right? Like, I'm not perfect now. Oh, Leon Taylor. Oh, my bad. But yeah, it might have messed me up growing up in that toxic environment. Like, I see the shit now. Like, whenever me and my wife, we start arguing, fighting, if you're married, you know what I'm talking about. We gonna fight. And they're gonna be fights that are gonna be ugly, right? There's been some ugly fights. And every time my babies has always been around, and the shit will hit me afterwards. Like, damn, man, I can't be arguing and fighting like this in front of my babies. I don't want them thinking this is normal. And now that I have a daughter, man, I gotta be the most best fucking person I can be as far as a man, because I need my daughter to know if she cannot find her a husband later on in life that's gonna treat her as good as her dad treats her, she doesn't need that man in her life, period. If he can't treat my baby girl the way I treat her and respect her the way I respect her, then no, she don't need him. A man God got a calling on your life. Man, I hope so, man. I really do. Because I feel like I try so hard to be righteous and be a good father that I really hope so, man. I hope so, right? Because I don't have the answers, and I don't know what's out there, and I don't know everything about life. But I do hope that something comes back to me in a good way, to where